Hi, this is Bronze Age artist Ken Landgraf. You might know me from my work at DC Comics, where I drew Nightwing and Flamebird for the Superman family comic books. You might know me from my Marvel work on the Wolverine, where I drew his first appearance where he appeared in a story by himself, and The Son of the Lion. This comic was inked by George Perez. I was lucky to have him on as the inker. It's the first time I ever inked anybody. You might know me from my work on the Galaxy Ranger cartoon from the 1980s. I was a storyboard artist for that. Okay, today we're going to be looking at a Wally Wood panel and analyzing it. Now, this particular one is from the Teen Titans. It's penciled by Gil Kane, and it's masterfully inked by Wally Wood. Now, what I did is I took the photocopy, ran it through my computer, and turned it into a silver print. The reason I did that is so my ink line will dominate over it. I'll just do random parts here. I'll take one of my brushes. And let's say this leg here. What Wood did is he outlined the figure and he drew in a fold here. Now the fold he inks like thicker. Then he'll go from like point A to point B. So it's one thin line. This is called feathering in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, from point B to point A. From point 1 angle to 2 angle. And what he did is he threw a huge cast shadow here. Okay, on this arm here. He tends to outline like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets shape in his inking line. And what Wally did here is he outlined the figure again from point 1 to point 2. From point 1 to point 2. And he got on the other side. Point 1 to point 2. And he intersected the line here into the arm. He picked up again. 1, 2. To draw this glove. He's going with, from here from 1, 2, 3, 4. He does that a lot to get the form. Here he threw a cast shadow onto the arm. Sometimes he goes like this. He'll fill in the black. And then when it goes to the light, he'll start feathering like this. That means that it's going back into the light from the dark. When he does this rendering, he goes like this. 1, 2. He'll turn the paper and go down strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now I'm looking at this knee. What he's doing here is he's drawing the shape in a long line and a short line. So it goes long line to short line. Here he's doing it again. Short line to long line. Pull. So he gets it all clean. Here he's going to go from long line to short. Long line to short line. And he'll go down here. 1, 2, and stop. Then he starts rendering. He put a line here. And then he turns the paper so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 strokes to get that. Again, this is like a line curve. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what he did here is he put a line, that's the bottom of the knee. And these are downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see how I did that fast? That's how you get that look. And he goes from here, a line curve line, and he's going to render again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lines to get that. Here he did it with no outlining, just did all lines. So he turns it at an angle and starts going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 strokes. I'm going to look at this arm now. He's drawing the drapery here. And let's see how he did this. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does that again. And he's going to draw the arm muscles here now. So he's looking, here's a curve and a short line. So he's going curve, short line, stop. Then he's going to go a long line to a short line. 1, 2. And you look over here now, he's got the bicep muscle. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So that's how you get that smooth look. Now I'm dipping my brush here into India ink. I pat it off a little bit and I go back here again. And I look at the drawing and he's got rendering in here. He's using long lines to short lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 again. Then he's using a cast shadow. And the shadow goes over the arm and he turns it here. And then he runs it right into the drapery. Okay, and then he's going here, he's going like a curve with some rendering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Curve, rendering. 1, 2, 3. Down here, he just did all straight rendering lines. And he likes to do this a lot. He's doing this muscle here in the forearm, so he goes like that. And then he defines the rest of it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He puts about 12 lines. And he's got another curve here. And then he's doing his rendering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to go to the glove now. Again, he wants to use that technique of going 1, 2, 3, 4. So he shows the structure. And here he's going to be doing some cool stuff. He's going to go from point A to B. He'll turn the paper so he can draw this fold. Now this fold right here is a Y fold. He's going like this. This is forming the letter Y. See that? And then he's going from here, turning it as a curve, and then draws the other curve. And then he'll take his brush and do the upstroke. 1, 2. Now we're going to look at the rendering again. He's got some rendering on that glove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what I'll do sometimes is I'll dip my brush also in water. And I'll stick it back into the India ink. And let's take a look at this hair. That's always hard to draw. Okay, what he's done here, he's outlined the hair. And again, this is all like strokes going in nice smooth lines. Okay, so he got the hair outlined. Now he's going to pick some fancy techniques in here. What he'll do is he's going to select some lines like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And start rendering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then leave a space here to show a shine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what he's doing here is he's drawing these C shapes. And once he gets the C shapes in, he'll start rendering. 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see, he's like counting these strokes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Again, a C shape, another C shape, and then he's doing some rendering. So you get a shine going on. And he's got some random hair straightens. Again, these are all C-shape inkings. And we'll look at the cape here now. What's cool about this, he's got the outline of the cape, but he made it unique by throwing in a shadow. And the cape is composed of a lot of these C shapes. And here he's done like a line curve and built this feathering into the curve to show it a darker type thing. And he's got the cape going here. And he drew some folds over here for some of the drapery on Robin's costume. And what's cool to do here is you bring the shadow down, drag it around, leave a little white space, pick up again, and then fill it all in black. And we'll look at some inking techniques now on the other side here. He's used a 1, 2, 3 technique. And then he uses feathering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here did a shadow. And I like what he did on this leg down here. He's outlined it. And he's used feathering to define the shape of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I like what he did here because he went from blocking the shadow. Look. See how it goes around the form? And he fills it in black. So it went around the form 1 time, 2 times, and 3. And here's the bottom of his butt here. He's used long lines to short lines. If he wanted, he could have thrown a shadow here too, but he didn't, but I'm gonna. It's a shadow from the arm onto the hip. Let's see what else I want to look at. Oh, this guy's arm here is cool. And for that, here he drew the wrist, line to a curve, long line, short line, short line. So he's got it outlined basically. And the way he rendered the arm here, he's indicated the shape of the muscle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shape of the muscle, rendering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And when he's drawing this hand, that's always hard to do. So you take the brush, you draw like kind of the square of the thumb. And you got to control the brush here really tight. And he threw in some rendering here. And these lines going around to create action are called burst lines. Now, these are done by taking the brush and breaking it down into sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave a white space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave a white space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what this does is create like a dynamic view to it. And he's using it over here. It's going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's called a burst. He does that a lot for dynamic action. And we'll just go over this guy's hair, because I like it because it's in motion. And what you're doing here is you're outlining it, curving it. He does a tight curve here, see? Long curve, short curve, long curve, short curve, long curve, short curve. And then he's like picking a light source and leaving a white space. And you find the side of his hair here, lines. Okay, so that's it for today. How to ink like Wally Wood, using a lot of his techniques from the cast shadows to the feathering, to the outline and feathering, and short lines to long lines to short lines, and straight lines.